What are we drinking tonight?
I actually need to get I have Coronas, but
You don't have it?
no, I have them. I have to get one out.
At least I had my drink ready. Shit.
I was the same as you. We're always scrambling, with kids and everything.
Yeah.
It makes it hard.
Yep.
If it's not you, it's me. So,
All right.
what you got going on tonight? You got some wine?
High noons.
High noons.
What's up, Aaron? How we doing? David's in.
How you doing, Aaron?
David said he just wanted to show off what he got at York and then hop back off.
Okay. He's going to have to bear with me on that because we haven't done that yet. So hopefully I can get it to work.
Yeah.
David, I might have to send it to you from my personal account because I can't get my Instagram to work. So
That sucks. I can't just like the video because I'm signing out. So annoying.
I'll be right back. I'm getting a refreshment.
Oh, man. So how's everybody doing this week?
How are you enjoying your York pickup, Tom?
I am running the crap out of it. I'm enjoying it so much more than I thought I would.
Hey, you were on the fence about it.
I know. Then I got it. I'm like, this thing's pretty awesome. Now it sucks because I did like the one that was all blacked out. And I wouldn't be opposed to picking that one up someday now. If it's at a good price.
I told you whenever I opened it up and stuff and started looking at it, I was pretty impressed with the details on it.
Yeah, it is. It's nicer than I thought it was.
But like you said, it's definitely skinny.
It's got a unique size to it. Well, cheers. He's got his beverage. Cheers to everybody else.
No, David, we could probably get you in. We gotta try it. I want to try it anyways because I want to make sure we can do it.
Yeah, worst case scenario, we just start the live back up, right? That's what it is. I'm low right now. I'm sitting there like, why do I feel so low? There we go. Oh.
I was kind of surprised that you actually picked that engine out of the ones that I had. I didn't know you were that big of a Black Bonnet fan.
I'm not. I'm a Vision Line fan. There was a few on there that I was debating between, but I'm like, I already have a Class A. I already have a GS Vision Line, so I was just like, the Lark. I even considered the Lark. The 3951 though is one that I've always wanted. I hear my wife just got home. Let's see, what do y'all find?
Oh, I didn't find that in the hall. That was part of that collection that I got, David.
Yeah.
I just brought it to York and gave it to somebody so they could give it to Tom.
He's becoming quite the collection hunter nowadays, which is pretty cool. Helps me make bad decisions.
Mike's American Flyers in here. He got some things at York.
Did he? What's up, Mike? See who else is in.
I was able to hook him up with the Cab 2 remote. He was pretty happy about that.
Wait, so does that work for American Flyer?
There's some American Flyer engines that run on, I guess, with the Cab 2. There goes my dog. Can you hear that?
Is that the dog?
Yeah, the
just
dog toy.
Wailing on something. Mike's a bad influence. Mike's just like, I just got a couple trains. If you want to take a look at a list, fell off the back of a truck.
Everybody, everybody's starting to. That's what I feel like. I'm a dealer.
Mike looks out for everybody though. I will say this: buying from Mike, I can tell you stress out a lot about selling something to somebody, which is something that I think is rare nowadays. Like you want to make sure it's 110% correct, and if there is something wrong, you show like every little thing, and you're just like, I understand it's not perfect. So like you're really good about that.
Well, that's what the one person that reached out to me about the Lark. I sent him pictures of it, and it has like one little scratch on the trolley truck, and he didn't want it because of that. And I was like, I'm just going to be honest. I was like, I. He's like, no, I don't want it now.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe he didn't want it because of one little scratch. Excuse me.
My dog is like going nuts. Any other time, he never does anything. But
it's one of our lives, you know. David is saying, talk to MTH at the show. They might be making an engine that he's photographed. Could be
that'll
a few.
be cool.
Yeah, Mike agrees. Very rare quality in a seller. I mean, I'm the same way. The really rare occasion I sell something, I try to make sure, just like Mike, like anything that's possibly questionable.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want there to be any surprises. That's just the way I am.
And at least also photographs. Like I can describe something, but here's pictures. And that way, because shipping will damage stuff too. So you got to cover your butt a little bit.
That's another reason why too. Like you just said, shipping. I mean, I try to show everything because I mean, you never know with shipping.
Yeah.
I mean, the one engine I sent you said the UPS lady just dropped it on the ground on your porch.
She opened the door and the box just fell out. And I was in my driveway and I watched it. I was just like, oh my God. I couldn't believe it. And then Bettina Berg, how we doing?
How you doing, Ed?
Yeah, if you're in here and you haven't sounded off, let us know who's watching.
So I know what Mike got at York, but I know what David got at York. He told me.
Okay.
I didn't get to meet David at York, unfortunately.
I heard he reached out to me and said you're a real flatfoot and couldn't meet up with him. It's hard, man. So when me and Mike were trying to meet up, how long did it take us to actually run into each other?
It was a while.
It was a while. It took probably about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. And then eventually, good thing you were wearing I think you were wearing your shirt with the logo.
Yeah, I was.
And that helped. That helped a lot.
It was funny because Joker was trolling me a little bit. I think we were over in the Blue Hall, and Ray reached out to me. He's like, "Where are you at?" And I was like, "We're over in Blue Hall." Like 5 seconds later, Joker's like, "What the hell are you doing over at the Blue Hall? Come over to the Orange Hall."
Orange Hall's for the end of the day for me.
That's what I went to Blue first, and he was like, "Who goes to the Blue Hall first?"
I feel like you got to go to the blue and the silver to get things while they're there. Of course, I got a coal car off the track. I'm getting sidetracked because I see my coal car is off the track over there that I got to run. So hopefully that makes it over here with no problem. But yeah, the Orange Hall is all dealers. Like you're not probably going to get the deals in the Orange Hall. But
No, there's a lot of stuff in the Orange Hall. I mean, but like you said, the deals are in the other halls. But I don't know. It didn't seem like they were over there, but I feel like it gets picked over if you're not there on Thursday. I think you get a lot more stuff over there on Thursdays.
Yeah. I think it's weird to say, like the higher dollar stuff that people aren't willing to pay for on Thursday, that's still a good deal, will be there on Friday, but by Saturday it's gone.
But like if something's priced extremely well, Thursday it's gone.
It's gone. And I think that's why people know to just start there. If you see something you like, negotiate, and hopefully you can get it. Oh, Sedano's in here?
We got Sedano.
Hey, Sedano. How we doing, buddy?
Him and I had a good time. We rode out together. It was fun.
Yeah, he told me he was going to steal my my new purchase.
And then we met up with Mike's American Flyer Trains, and we all hung out pretty much almost the whole day.
Did you guys go to the Susquehanna Club?
We didn't have time to do that. I went there the last time. It's definitely, I really like it. It's awesome.
I was going to
It's
say,
definitely a must.
next time, like, I was kind of going to say, like, if you guys got over there, you could have run my vision line on the layout.
That is true. We could have.
Sorry, guys. I would have been okay with it.
Aaron said he might go to the fall one. I'm planning on going to the fall one, so
I'm planning to go to the fall.
Planning on doing more than one day at the fall, so 5 days.
Golf, Friday. No, golf, Thursday, Friday, golf, and go home. Come on. It's a golf train trip. Just seeing. I'm trying to keep up with the chat. So if I'm looking this way, I'm looking at the chat. Trying to line this up.
Yeah, Mike and I went last year together, and it is, and I know they added on to it and added stuff, so it's an awesome club.
They have HO there too, right?
Upstairs, yes. That thing's massive too.
I heard the HO one's bigger, I think.
Yeah, I think it is.
Cool.
Aaron's thinking about renting an RV. That'd be a good time.
I don't know about renting. I mean, renting an Airbnb, like we talked about. I think that would be fun. And they're not bad in Lancaster area, and that drive's not bad. I think when we went 2 years ago, we rented an Airbnb. It was like $80 a night. Amish country.
That ain't bad at all.
No. It's 2-bedroom. So you can get the bigger one, probably like 2 or 3 bedroom, maybe like 200 a night, but split amongst 4 people. That's not bad.
No, that's what I was gonna say. If you have a group of people going, that ain't bad at all. I mean, that ain't nothing.
Top shelf. I'm assuming he's talking about your Texas or the ACL. You do have nice engines on display there, buddy.
I do, don't I?
What? Oh, he's got the Jack Daniels. The Jack Daniels reefer is the best one.
Jeremy and I were going to we were thinking about getting the Jim Beam reefers from Metco, but they were sold out.
Oh. I got to stop spending money. Got to make a bunch. See, Mike knows that is a great idea. Strasburg area is cheap. Yeah, I mean, Strasburg, the Lancaster area. I mean, York and Strasburg, they're about, 40 minutes away from York, so that's not bad. David's saying he lives close and he's got extra bedrooms.
That Texas, I only ran one time.
Ran it one time?
I've only ran to Niagara one time.
Shelf queens. I mean, it's looking good, though. Not a lot of
Texas
miles.
Texas got the cylinder steam, which is pretty cool.
You could actually make videos of it on a siding, not running, and just like have it in the background, like doing the cylinder steam, and then have a train go by. That would look good.
It's a good idea.
You're welcome. You are welcome. Yeah, I got to start doing that where I have like stuff on the side running as I have trains go by. I like those ones more. I don't know why I don't do it.
Aaron, I think Chris's Trains and Things just sold his. It was the gray one.
The gray one.
I think he sold it for 2,100 or 2,000.
If you can find the pilot version of it, that pilot version looks really good. You have to like pilot versions though. I still would like to have a black version of it.
There's a black one on eBay, I think, and it's priced pretty reasonable, like around $1,000, a little over $1,000.
Gotta be wrong with it then. 1,000 for a black vision
It
line.
was. Let me see what it was. Maybe it might be a little more than that.
I mean, if it's got to be sold already.
He keep lowering it because I looked at it once, and then you know how eBay keeps sending notifications after you look at something like one time.
Is Lauren hanging out with us right now in here?
Yeah, she's upstairs. I guess she's too cool to come downstairs.
What up, L Train?
Oh, I lied. It was way more than
2,100.
1,000. It was like 1,800.
Okay. You're like my wife. My wife just looks at the first number and none of the rest of the numbers behind it. It's $1,000. No, it's $1,999.
Yeah, I think he was there in the fall too. I know what you're talking about. Is that the guy that has the guy that cuts the tree down and it falls over and stuff like that? He does got some really cool. I think he has like a concert thing too. He has a lot of different cool things. I think he has
Like
a lightning scene too.
Oh.
But yeah, did you ever see the guy
the
that's sitting there chopping a tree and the tree starts shaking? It's shaking and then it falls over.
Which hall was that in?
Orange. He was in the orange hall. He might not have been there at the show we were there. He might have went last fall was his first one, maybe.
Gotcha. Trying to remember the name of the place in the Orange Hall. They usually have the really nice train stations and stuff. They're usually over by Henry.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I can't remember. Like that's the kind of stuff I'd like to get into eventually, but one, those things are huge, and it's just like they're not cheap, but they are nice. Everybody say hello to Lauren. She's hanging out.
You need to get one of those Altoona Model Works big engine houses.
So Rogan's like, when are we gonna get an engine shed? I'm like, dude, we have so much to do. He's like, I want an engine shed. I'm like, oh my god. Like, I don't even know where anything's gonna go right now. But he's on my case. He's already just like, come on, Dad, let's do more stuff. Getting there. Oh, I'll be right back. And I'm back. Cheers. Victory sip. Slanja. What's everybody up to this week? How was everybody's Easter? If you celebrate.
I had a busy week this week.
Working or just social life and kids and all that stuff?
Well, yeah, I had York on Friday.
That's busy.
Soccer game Saturday.
Who was in soccer? Both?
Just Mia.
Mia.
Did fence posts, dug holes on Sunday.
That sucks.
Can't remember what I did Monday. Oh, I set the poles Monday.
Okay.
Golfed in a tornado on Tuesday.
Awesome. Always a good time. Nothing like making a hard game harder with adding some wind.
I hung the 2x4s on Wednesday, so it's been a busy week.
Oh, you're pre-framing it and then you're just going to
nail it up? Now I got the tickets to go.
Yeah. Sedano's drinking some Keystones.
Yeah, he was supposed to bring some to Zach so you could try them. Forgot.
You can't buy Keystones at York. I'm surprised Zach was at York. I didn't know he was going.
He kind of did like a last minute thing, I think, and decided to go. But he went light for him at York. He only went. I think he only left with
3 engines, 4.
a couple of diesels. I don't even think he got a.
It's like light for him is still like 4 or 5 engines.
I know, Aaron. I'm waiting for that also. Bush Apple.
Bush Apple.
That is. I already called an ass too. It's supposed to be coming in the next couple weeks.
Have they made that before?
Yeah, they did it like they didn't do it last year. The year before.
Is it good?
I like it. It's pretty good.
Right, as long as you like it. Are you drinking lime tonight?
It's better than the peach. They did a peach, and I didn't really like that.
Peach and beer. All right.
Yeah, I got the Premiers. Trying to low carb it.
I feel you on that.
I know those B&O passenger cars were really nice. I probably should have bought those.
Guys, when you see Mike and he only comes home with JT's Mega Steam, not even the big bottle, it was the small one. It was the small one.
Yeah, here's my York purchase. This is what I want the York for right here.
There you go, baby. Cinders, how's it smell?
I haven't even used it yet. I got to meet a lot of people, which is, I mean, that's the main reason why I go. I hate to say it, but.
Nah, I mean, it's worth it. I mean, we built such a nice community. We all kind of know each other now. I talk to train people more than I talk to my own friends nowadays.
Yeah, I probably do too, honestly.
I talk to my friends. We have group chats. I probably talk maybe twice a week with my main friends, and then train people, it's like every day. I have people messaging me all the time.
Like your buddy from what the hell is the train shop?
Oh, the train loft. We're not going to go down that rabbit hole, but if you know, you know. There's no shortage of people reaching out to me to either buy stuff, which, okay. Getting my opinion on stuff, I'm happy to do all the time. You want to ask my opinion on things, even if I have no knowledge on it, I'm happy to talk to you about it. But don't try to sell me everything, you know? But other than that, I like talking to everybody for the most part.
Lauren's calling me a cheap ass.
You are a cheap ass compared to Lauren. Lauren
until I buy something, then I get yelled at for buying too much stuff.
Yeah, that's messed up, Lauren. That ain't right. Come on now. You can't have it both ways.
I was like, I'm about to get some passenger cars. She's like, don't you have enough passenger cars? See?
You know what you need to do? You need to just look at it for like 30 seconds and make sure she sees you looking at it. Don't do anything. And then just slowly walk away and then turn back and look at it. And then walk away slow, and then she'll buy it for you. So I got to bring her.
Aaron wants to know if you got the daylight passenger cars yet.
I just bought a Vision Line Santa Fe black bonnet. So no, I did not buy those. And a Y6B. So
David said, did you see someone said Tom has one of the largest collections of O-scale articulated steam? Thoughts on that, Tom?
I don't think I have the largest collection. I don't that I'm aware of. I think I have a nice collection of articulated steam. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I have 14 articulated steam engines. I don't think that's that big. of a collection, but it is. I think it's nice.
When are you going to show us? When are you going to show us that perch? I mean, I know some of us have already seen it, but when are you going to show off the York pickup?
Yeah, David. I guess I got to talk to Mike about trying to add you in here.
Is he ready to try? Let me try here and let me do this real quick before we get started.
But
all right,
Aaron,
David. Like I said, I'm going to send this my iced tea for me on Instagram, right?
Yeah. But Aaron, I still would like that passenger set, but we'll see how the summer goes work-wise. Maybe if I can still find it in the fall. I really want to start working on the layout. I'm getting tired of buying trains. I told Mike I might retire from buying engines after my next set. After volume 2, whatever's in there that I like, that might have to be it for a long time.
Okay, David, I sent it to you. Let me know if you got it. It should be on Instagram.
Thank you, Mike. Again, my collection is. I like to think it's well thought out. Mike's is definitely a well thought out collection. Mike gets what he wants for the most part, and he's got a small layout. He can't run everything, but he still buys stuff that he knows he likes, and someday might be able to run.
You should have left them.
I'm kind of digging Lauren being in the chat. This is fun.
They were actually saying they were going to. Joker told them to leave me, actually, if I didn't buy something.
Oh, when you buy nothing but articulated steam, the collection does grow fast. Wait, hold on. Wait, let's see how many non-articulated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have actually just about the same amount. Oh, no. 12. So I have 12 non-articulated and 14 articulated. I have a balanced collection. What's up, Ray?
I appreciate Ray. He was wearing a Mad Train shirt on Friday.
Nice.
Shout out. Representing.
Thank you, Ray, for helping out the little guys trying to make a name for ourselves.
And the nobody. All right, hold on. We got David here.
Oh. Say. Oh.
All right, let me see how I'm going to bring him in here. All right, David, I'm bringing you in.
All right. Oh, it's backwards.
There we go.
I don't know why it's backwards, but hey. This is the York buys. It's 2 Woodside cars. One's a little bobber caboose, and then a 2009 run Lionel Woodside narrow gauge car.
Who made the bobber caboose?
I don't know. Let me look.
Probably MTH, I believe.
It was more of a quality. It is MTH. This whole show was more of a. I only bought one thing per day. This was day 1 from Nicholas Smith, and then I bought this one without a box from a private guy. It was more of a quality over quantity show. I didn't want to spend a lot of money, but it lights up and all. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever seen a Rio Grande bobber caboose.
I don't think I have either, honestly. That's pretty cool.
If I get
that's got to be a low numbers thing right there.
If I get in, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it has like the seats and stuff in there.
Oh yeah.
Detailed.
Very detailed. Again, I don't know why this camera is backwards, but
It's for the best of us.
and then I got like this is a custom run from Mr. Muffins, and then I got the narrow gauge engine pulling it all thing. So I got a little train set up here, but this is also new in the background, the house scene and whatnot.
That's the world's biggest snowmobile.
Hey, it's supposed to be
I'm
upscale.
tired and drinking high noons. Jet ski, brah.
Yeah, so that's all.
Very cool.
I did tell you, I didn't get a response back because I don't know if you're thinking about it, but I did wanted to mention that I have Santa Fe stuff if you need anything for your engine.
And I appreciate that. I actually, Mike was trying to help me buy some Santa Fe stuff. Everyone's just like, "Oh, you got to get stuff for that black bonnet that you got." I'm like, I don't need anything right now. I really don't.
You don't have to buy it.
Oh no. It would be purchase. I can't take stuff from people. But the only thing that I might be doing is Brady's has the RMT black bonnet woodside reefers, so I might get a few of those. Okay. But honestly, that engine is going to be more for just pulling freight and like steam arrow freight. That's all I'm going to probably do with it. I never intended on having that engine, and I definitely didn't intend on having that paint scheme. But it was a purchase of opportunity.
I think you should definitely get a caboose to match it.
A caboose would be nice. A glossy one would be nice.
I think the MTH one from Pat's is glossy. I'm almost positive it is.
Worst case scenario, I could probably give it a gloss finish because I do have gloss paints for my airbrush. I could give it a gloss finish myself, probably. Sedano's got a good idea. The Army cars. I could probably pull my military train with it.
Oh yeah.
That might not.
Either woodside reefers, military, all that works good for that.
Yeah. I was thinking about also maybe a excursion passenger train, like a what if, because that might be a way to go too. We'll see. I really do enjoy it though. It's a lot of fun to run. Most Vision Line engines are. The blowdown steam effect is probably one of my favorites. I don't know why. Like I said, it's something about smoke going out as opposed to up that I really enjoy. I don't know. It's weird, but I do like that effect a lot.
The lighted gauges, I think, is such a good touch. I mean, I think that's a good added feature.
I ran it the other day with the lights off, and it is choice.
And then even like the light inside the engine, it actually looks like it's a real light instead of just having a little bulb in there. It actually looks like a real light. It is detailed, very detailed.
Yeah, it's the only thing that is, and it has to do with the paint scheme. The curtains are all black. Normally they're white or whatever, so I might just paint them like a beige or something like that. It's definitely an engine that's going to get my custom touches, but someday. I'm not in a rush.
Have you always had that lumberyard, David, or did you just get that?
That was purchased before I moved out to PA. I purchased it at Menards.
I have that same one.
It's a popular one. It's actually the house.
You actually have the same house I have. You have the same house I have too.
That's funny. Actually, I got the house about 4 or 5 weeks ago at a train show out in. It was right near the Colebrookdale Railroad. It was at a little firehouse. I don't remember what it was called. But while I was there, I actually made an extra purchase that I didn't show the stream yet. Was this? Are you guys familiar with the cookie box collar?
I've seen them. That's actually pretty cool. I like it. Oh, is it a sounds card?
It is. It is a. I don't know how you can hear that or not, but it is a sounds card.
That's nice.
Interestingly enough, the side opens, so you can still see the wire and everything there. But
What's up, Lark? What's up, Mike?
Jeremy, is he being facetious? Did he get a Vision Line that I'm not aware of, or does he actually need a Vision Line engine?
He might have one coming down the line.
Oh, he's got a Lark or something coming in, maybe.
He might have one.
Does he have a Class A coming in? I don't know.
To wait and see.
I think Mike's gonna have a Class A for the rest of his life.
Like I told you before, the sound on the Class A is probably by far the best sounding engine I've ever heard.
Probably. The big boy's up there, but the Class A sounds really good.
David got the Mr. Rogers car.
I do. And it does have sound. It plays the... Hold on.
Does it do it?
And when you wake up, all you say, I think I'll make that be.
When did they make that?
Last year.
I
Brand new.
I think that's pretty new.
Oh.
It is brand new from the 24 catalog. 2024. I have the whole set, all three of them, but this is the only one that makes it sound. I just thought I'd share that before I go.
Cool.
Well, good. Let someone else get in here. I won't take up your stream.
All right. Thanks for stopping by, David.
Yeah,
Showing
man.
us what you got.
Good pickups. That bobber caboose, hold on to that, man. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, one more look at it for those who missed it. Green bobber caboose. It lights up. It's actually pretty heavy. I don't know why it weighs like a whole pound. It's pretty heavy.
I think they're die cast. I have one too. I think they are die cast.
I think it's a metal frame underneath. I think that's what it is, because it's definitely plastic sides, but wood side rear grain bobber caboose, and then goes with that little narrow gauge engine very well. So definitely a score.
Very cool stuff, man.
That's a nice find.
Yeah. All right, I'll let you guys. I'll stay in the stream, but thanks for letting me show you guys.
Yeah,
no problem. Thanks for sharing. Anybody else that wants to show anything you guys got at York, come on. Show us what you got.
Sedano can show us his Vision Line. Come on, Sedano. Want to know what it is?
Sedano got a bunch of coal hoppers. He got a whole set now. He's ready to go.
Don't change the subject. Don't deflect. What do you get? I want to know what he got. What do you get?
I can't tell.
You don't have to. He can tell us in the chat. Come on,
if he wants to say, he can say. If not, you're gonna have to wait.
There's only 13 of us here. Come on now. Back in chat. Come on.
What's up, Mike? We got a lot of mics. We got a lot of mics in this chat.
Let's try. I'm reading the chat real quick. Oh no. Oh no. I will say, this is probably the longest we've just had us talking. It's pretty good. 45 minutes has felt like nothing.
People are probably getting sick of it.
No, I don't think that. I think everyone's into it. So Mike got JT's Mega Steam, which he could have bought online. Good job. Which so the B&O, were they MTH or Lionel?
The passenger cars.
Yeah.
They were Lionel 18-inch aluminum smooth-sided passenger cars. They were nice. I don't think I've ever seen them before.
How much?
Jeremy, how much did he have on those? 3 something?
What? For a 5?
350. It was a 5-pack, I think. 350, I think. Or no, it might have been closer to 4. We were going to offer 350.
Were they shiny?
I can't remember if they weren't like shiny, but they were
They
They
weren't
looked
like
really nice.
they
They
would have
weren't
gone
like
with,
gloss.
they would have went with your consolidation nicely.
That's why I was looking at it. Yeah, I was like, this would probably go real nice with the consolidation.
Come on, buddy. $395. You're saying 5 cars, aluminum, Lionel.
Never ran.
Good thing
They
I
were brand
wasn't
new.
there. Good thing I wasn't there.
The observation was, we should have, one of us, Jeremy or I, were going to buy it. One of us should have bought them because they were nice cars.
Oh yeah, Jeremy has the same engine, right?
Yeah, he has the same engine.
You guys should have been in a bidding war for that. Gentlemen, what are you doing? Do I have to go to all the Yorks with you guys? Make sure you buy the right stuff.
I don't think they were shiny though, but they did. They had a nice look to them.
They were probably kind of like how the Hiawathas came out with like a little bit of shine to them. Not like super glossy.
Well, the Hiawatha, I think it is shiny.
It is shiny, yeah. The Hiawatha, the passenger set, everything has gloss to it. But like,
Well, the problem was it was the first haul we went into, or like second haul. So I was like, I don't want to buy nothing yet because I want to look around a little more. So then I came back later and they were gone.
oh, so at least somebody got a deal. But
Somebody got some nice cars.
yeah, I mean, any nice 5-pack nowadays, if it's a 5-pack and it's $400 and under, yeah, it's almost like you have to with the price of passenger cars nowadays. Because you think about an 18-pack. I mean, Lionel for a 5-car pack is like you're looking at $1,000, $1,100. I mean, they're usually 21-inch, but still a set.
Lauren, what are you talking about?
Wait, what is Ray talking about?
I know what Ray's talking about. I did not watch the live, but I know what he's talking about.
So, where the drama talk? Did anyone watch Muffins? What happened yesterday on Muffins? Ray, tell us in the chat.
Go ahead, Ray. Someone, I don't know the full. I have a pretty good idea what it is, but
Ray, do you want to hop on for a couple minutes and tell us what's going on? I'll go grab another drink and go to the bathroom and come back and we'll have a chat. You know how me and Mike are. We want to hear the good stuff. And we're not shy about our opinion.
yeah, some stuff went down in his live yesterday, I guess.
I gotta know.
It's been all over social media. I don't know how you haven't seen anything yet.
I've been working a lot. If I'm not, like Meg is freaking out because of all like stuff going on in the world, and she's like, I gotta go hoard. I gotta go buy all this stuff. I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. I'm working constantly. If I'm not in meetings, I am pricing. I'm designing. I'm calling people. I am at my desk. I give myself like an hour, and then I turn off the world.
I am bad. Like I honestly don't watch any news at all.
I can't. I have enough stress with this new project that I'm working on. If I had any more stress from what's going on in the world, I'd probably lose my mind. Hopefully everyone else is doing well, though. Come on, Ray. Jump on in, buddy. The water's warm.
He can't talk. He said he's gonna type it though.
All right, I will be right back. Mike, you're gonna have to keep the conversation going.
I know a few people in the chat that know what happened. I didn't realize that happened on a live until after the fact. I didn't know he actually said that on a live. Add some smoke fluid, get ready for the run session. Tom's hobo car in the background. Ray's probably typing it up right now. He had it on one of his newsletters. Oh, thanks for stopping by, K&R Custom Models. Yeah, she's a ball buster, huh? Here we go. Here's what happened. I'll put it up on the chat. Here you go, Tom. It's coming up on the screen.
Beautiful. Oh, that's perfect timing.
Here we go.
All right. Let's see what we got. Cheers, everybody. Wait, what? Canceled all what orders?
John. He canceled all John's orders with him.
Wait, because John said he wasn't missed?
Correct.
He canceled. All right, John who, though?
He's the guy that has all the Pennsylvania Rubberhead stuff that's at the Susquehanna Club. Has like the huge collection of, buys a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Then look at Ray said here. Thanks for the thumbs up, K&R.
I mean, I don't want to be controversial, but I have a pre-order in with him, and it kind of makes me want to cancel. That's messed up.
Yeah, so John made a comment during the live, I guess. And then Muffin just emailed him and canceled all of his orders.
K&R, thanks for the thumbs up, but that's... Seriously, I have an order in with Mr. Muffins, and I don't know. That ain't right. Like,
and John screenshotted it and put it up on, it's been on like Facebook, all the trains Facebook pages, on Instagram. It's been everywhere now.
Look, we all vote with our dollars. At the end of the day, we vote with who we like and don't like with how we buy. I don't know how I feel about that, actually. Like, that's messed up. I didn't even like the fact that I got charged more for the tariffs for my Y6B that I know was already here.
Exactly.
So there's a lot of messed up stuff going on in this industry right now, and something like that makes it even worse. Like, that's bad. What did Muffin call the TCA?
Stuff's getting thick.
Nice. This is better. But we don't need to run trains tonight. We just talk about this. What?
I know what he called him, but I'll let Mike say it.
Yeah, somebody put it in writing in the chat so I can screenshot it and save it forever.
I don't know if you're going to want to screenshot it.
You know me. I'm not worried about any kind of fights.
Mike knows a good way to type it without like actually typing it out.
Wow. I just think it's hilarious how some of these guys don't realize, like, some people can get everybody to just boycott an entire section.
Well, I mean, it's when you're in, and that's your business. That does not look good.
No, and this
And
is
especially,
this is very niche.
and it's tight knit, so everybody knows everything. And once one thing happens, everybody knows about it. I mean,
It's model trains. You're not too big to fail.
there.
What? Wow. Good job, Mike. Got it.
Got it. Oh, there, Jeremy put it up too.
Wow. Unbelievable. Okay.
All kinds of train drama.
It doesn't end. It never ends.
Oh my.
Well, you know what, Mike, you've said it before. Some of these people in this hobby were definitely people who were picked on in high school, and they got a little bit of power, and they just ran with it or something. I don't know what it is. Like, just from a business point, why would you cancel someone's order just because of what they said? I would just talk to them and be like, hey, why'd you say that, man? Like, we do business.
Jeremy's going hard tonight.
There we go, Sedona. Let her rip. Go for it.
Ray said this is why I watch this show.
Dude, why are you guys in the chat, though? Mike can send you invites. Let's just talk about it. Come on. Don't be scared. Don't be shy. You guys aren't Sesame Street. You're all right. You're a little Sesame Street, but I mean, not Sesame Street. A little bit more than that. Well, I mean, I haven't seen Ray. Have you been doing anything on YouTube, Ray? I'm sorry if I missed stuff. I've been in my own world the past like 2 months.
He put it up on. He just put his York video up. I think today or yesterday.
I did see. I didn't get to watch it, but I saw you put it up.
He was having problems with his basement. I don't know if you knew. Did you know about that? Leaking water.
Oh, really? I'm sorry to hear that. That's one of my biggest fears, having a basement hangout layout. And I'm right by the water too, so it's always on my mind.
Yeah, he was. I know he has some issues with that.
He says took a couple weeks off, but I'm back at it. Okay, cool. Let's see. Yeah, I mean we're trying to get to Jerry Springer level. We're just not there yet.
Yeah, Ray bought a bunch of Berwicks.
Hey man, there's nothing wrong with knowing what you like. Okay. Oh shit. TJ's in the building. It just got real. TJ, good to see you. Hope you're doing pretty well.
Mr. Lionel just showed up.
Mr. Lion. That perfect. That is now TJ's new nickname, Mr. Lionel. I figured you could help with that. Yeah. That is so money.
Actually, I got TJ. I had to pick an engine up for TJ.
Oh yeah. What'd you get him? Or is it a secret?
He got he's more than welcome to come show it to us, but I didn't open the box up because I don't like taking engines out and putting them back in the box.
Yeah.
But some kind of CSX diesel,
Is Lionel or MTH?
MTH, of course.
Yeah. CSX, so blue with the yellow front.
Yeah, I think it was a certain one that he's been looking for. He said.
All right. Mike is hooking everybody up. Keep buying collections, buddy. Help us out.
No,
Honestly,
TJ
with the
made it. He made it very simple. He paid the guy and everything. All I had to do is just go over and grab it off him. It was probably the easiest thing ever.
Awesome. Honestly, the way things are going with tariffs and everything, like the secondhand market's going to go crazy. So for people to get new stuff, I think we all have to kind of work together and help each other out because I don't know where pricing is going to go. I really don't.
No, and I mean, just me personally, I'm not going to pay more money for the same engine. I mean, I'll wait. It's not that big of a deal.
Charles Rowe was very good about the Great Northern Y6B because they sent out a newsletter to everybody. They're like, hey, we're going to charge you a little bit more. So I emailed them back and I'm like, hey, I understand, but I'm not going to commit until I know what it looks like. And the guy's like, yeah, we'll send you pictures. I'm like, awesome. And they did. They got it in. They sent me a whole bunch of pictures. They're like, do you still want to go forward with it? I'm like, you know what? The green came out nice. Let's do it. So had they not done that or not agreed to it, I would have just said cancel it. So like they understood, but at the same time, I'm like, I think that engine was here already. So like, were you just trying to make a little bit more money? Because I know sales have to be down. I don't think people are buying trains like they were during COVID.
How the heck does that make any difference for Xbox games? It's not like you buy the CDs
They
anymore.
download them. What?
What do they
They're
charge to
still
download
made
them now?
here for the most part.
Oh, we got Joker in here. What's up, buddy?
We got TJ, we got Joker, we got Ray. Let's get this going.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, Lionel, no,
No.
they were here. They were already here, and they delayed the tariffs. I don't want to get started. I don't mind paying because I like the engine a lot. It came out really good, but if they're gonna try to do it on my other pre-orders, I'm probably gonna cancel them. And now that I know everything that happened with Mr. Muffins, I might cancel just because of what happened with Mr. Muffins and John at the Susquehanna Club. Because honestly, that's messed up in my opinion. It really is.
I think it's awesome that Charles Rowe actually sent you pictures of the engine before you purchased it. That's working with somebody.
They really like. Again, were they maybe doing some funny business? Like they've always treated me super well. Like they've written me handwritten notes. When they sent me the big boy, there was a handwritten note. They double boxed it, and I've been going to them for years, and I think that they kind of do actually see the same names and what they order and all that stuff. Because it's not like thousands of people are buying this stuff. That they probably have maybe like 100 to 200 people that keep going to them. How many people could be buying Vision Line Big Boys? Seriously. I don't know what those numbers could look like. So they did good by me, I feel, on the Y6B by sending me the pictures ahead of time.
I mean, I bought a few things from them. I never had problems with anything I bought from them.
I've never had an issue. Never had an issue.
I know some people. I mean, everybody. I guess some people always have issues with something, which I mean, it's going to happen. But
Well, what happened with?
Plus, they send me catalogs every time for free. I mean, they send them right to me every
Sent
time.
them right to me. Yep. What happened with Nick's Y6B? I saw he had issues with his.
I don't fully know what happened to Nick.
More of a layout issue because he's having issues with multiple legacy engines. My Y6B runs flawless.
I know he put it up on Facebook. I actually didn't see the post. But
He said he's having signal issues.
oh, he thinks it's signal issues.
That's what he thinks it is, and it's two different engines. It's his Hellcat, and now the Y6B. But I'm sitting there, I'm just like, usually when it's signal issues and it's two different engines, it's probably a track issue. Because, like I said, I guess, knock on wood, all the engines I've gotten from Lionel recently, I'd say the past 3-4 years, I actually have not had an issue with. Oh boy, I gotta look at the chat. What's going on here?
Jeremy said, I'll just shop at Mad Trains. Hey, I gave a lot of people really good deals.
So I would not have the engine that you offered me if it wasn't for you. It was a fair price, beyond fair. It wasn't that, though. It was the fact that you treated me like any other person, not just because we have this like relationship that we had. You're still like, you become a business person, and you're like, let me send you the pictures, let me show you the engine running, everything works. And I'm like, I'll take your word on it, but you still took the time to send me all that stuff, which it speaks volumes about how people do business. It really does. I would trust you to sell anything to anybody.
That's why, I always take the time. I know the engines probably work because, I trust who I'm getting them from. But I still take the time to test them anyways, just because of the fact that I have them and I'm giving them to somebody else. I don't want them to be messed up.
Yeah, and but even like we made it work with York and Dan picking it up, like because you didn't want to ship it, like all that stuff, like that. It's the extra mile stuff. I think honestly that's this kind of attitude that a lot of people in the community do usually have. So I will give credit to most of us that we do try not to screw each other over.
No, because first of all, I would never want to give somebody an engine that doesn't work because we've all had engines that came that didn't work, and we know how it is.
We know the feeling. We know how much that's.
But like you and I were talked about, we have no control over shipping, so that's why I like to show that everything's working before I leave my house, because at least it did work. Because you never can. I worked at UPS. I know what happens.
No, I appreciate that. Hey, there's nothing wrong with MTH. It just I can't control it with my Legacy remote. If I could control MTH engines with a Legacy remote, I would totally buy MTH.
Oh, you dropped it and broke the antennas. I forgot you bought that from me, David. Honestly.
What up, Salty? Just got home, 10 o'clock.
Salty, I looked for the engines you asked me for. I did not see much Weaver there at all. I saw a lot of Weaver rolling stock, but not engines.
I don't think I've ever seen a Weaver engine in person. I gotta look for that next time I'm at York.
I saw a few, but they weren't. He was looking for specific ones, and I did not see those. That's like that Challenger I sold you. It ended up getting there, and you were having a little bit of an issue with it. But luckily, we fixed it. But that could have been from the UPS lady throwing it off the truck.
Honestly, yep. And that's the same thing. Like you're sitting there, like, let me get this fixed for you, and you're like asking the guy all the questions, and it was just a quick fix, and it's been running perfect ever since. So, same thing. Just if you're buying from Mike, even if it has issues, he will help you fix it and make it right. Jay Headley. Headley Lamar's in the building.
What is up, John?
Sleeves is here. Didn't see that. That one snuck by me. What up, Sleeves? We got more people now than we did an hour ago. It's awesome. I guess everybody's settling in for the night for a little bit.
I'm guessing you probably got both of your new engines on the track.
Heck yeah. I got both Great Northerns double-headed. I got the Santa Fe ready to go.
We got Jim here. He said that they got 3 Y6Bs at the club, tested all of them. 2 worked, 1 was having problems.
Yeah, all right.
Getting a program, too.
Oh, apparently I owe you guys tariffs and convenience fees. You know what? So eventually you guys are going to come out to Long Island, and don't you worry. We'll make up for it.
Dude, whenever Dan said that, dude, Dan is so funny. Oh my goodness, is he funny?
About what?
Whenever I gave him the engine, he's like, I'm going to charge Tom tariffs.
He should have. He should have. I wouldn't have been surprised if he's like, "Hey, buddy, that's $50." And I'm like, "All right, whatever."
Oh,
No,
he's hilarious. He was so
super
funny.
cool. He was super cool. Dude, I got to his house. He still had everything in his car. Packed up, just boxes. He opened up the hatch in the back, and it was just third rail, MTH, Lionel, just stuffed in a car. He's just like, I have yours all the way up in the front, nice and safe. Because I'm like, where's mine? He's like, it's up in the front. It's all nice and safe. But no, he's super cool.
I had to carry that thing from, you know where they run the trains at? What hall that is? Where all the displays are?
Purple.
So I had to carry that from there to the whole way on the other side of the stadium. That's where he was parked at.
That's usually where I park too. I park over in like the giant field area.
It was like on the left side of the stadium.
Yeah. So that's not. Yeah, that's actually kind of far. It's a big fairground. It's so big.
And I think it gets heavy after carrying it. It's not that heavy, but whenever you're carrying it for that big box.
I'm in Dan's driveway holding the box, and we start talking, and I slowly feel my arms start dropping. I'm like, Jesus, this thing's heavier than I thought it would be. It's not, because it's not like when you look at the engine, you don't think it's going to be heavy. It's actually pretty heavy. Like, it's got some weight to it.
Well, that's what he said. He was like, I'm going to have you carried over just in case. So that way I'm not responsible for dropping it.
No, but it was super nice of you guys to arrange that, and I'll make up for it. If we're at York, I'll get dinner or something like that. I'm looking forward to that in the fall. I'm not paying for that, but I'll buy you guys dinner.
You don't have to do that.
It's a new Y6B. Oh, he couldn't get the 4-digit to work. Oh my God.
Oh, Sleeves might be going to the next York.
Oh crap! Now I owe Sedano some dinner too because he drove the truck for a while. Drove it in his truck for a while. All right, I guess I owe everybody a lot of food. Oh,
I mean, if you've never been to York, I would suggest going to check it out. I know some people like play it down, but it's definitely worth going at least once.
I went for, geez, where did I go? I went Thursday, Friday, Saturday, my first time. I don't think you have to do Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Like, I think I would have been happy just Thursday, Friday, and then just hanging out probably Saturday with people would have been cool, and even Sunday, and then just head home Sunday night. I think that's the way to. I think the best way to do it is once you start meeting people. If you want to do York and then go do something else, and just make it a social event, I think that's the way to do it. Damn, standard gauge.
Yeah, I bet that was the workout.
Yeah. I would like to try Amherst. I've heard that's a good show too.
You're not that. That's not. Is that? That's not too bad for you, is it?
I think it's like 3 hours. It's a little less. 2.5, 3.
No, that's a drive, Darren. That's a serious drive.
16 hours. Where are you coming from for 16 hours? They have these things called planes. God. Oh.
Well, I mean, unless he goes and buys a lot of stuff, then I could see why. Because to
Yeah.
ship everything back.
At that point, you just rent a pod and have it delivered at York, fill it up, and then they'll bring it to your house.
I mean, it's definitely York is definitely the most model train stuff I've ever seen in one spot, like one place
For
ever.
O scale.
Yeah.
If you're into O scale, to me, from what I've understand from talking to other people, it is the mecca for O scale. Oh, TJ, you're only 8 hours to York?
8 hours, I don't think it's horrible.
Not bad. It takes me 6.5 to get upstate to where like I usually go to in New York because of the city. Oh man, 3 rail Tom's here. Oh man, another Tom finally. Uh-oh. Why is it just me right now? There it is. So you're still working on that first beer? Oh no, that's right. You had 2.
I don't know what happened there. I think my internet, like, I don't know if it's storming outside or what.
Oh yeah, HO is definitely way more popular. Oh, N scale. Yeah, I mean N scale's definitely got to be more popular overall. It's just so damn small. I mean HO is okay. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just yawning.
Yeah, it flip flopped up on the screens whenever I disconnected. What's up, John?
Oh, I'll be right back. BRB. Oh God. Oh. I'll tell you what though, they the 210-10-2, the smoke unit was so loud when I first got it. But then I filled it up and ran it for maybe half hour. It is the quietest smoke units I've ever heard.
I still don't know how you get your engines to smoke so well.
A little bit of magic, a little bit of pixie dust, a little bit of hopes and prayers, and a whole lot of smoke fluid. A whole lot of smoke fluid.
How fast do you go through like one of the small bottle of smoke fluids?
That's a loaded question because it depends. Let's see. So I don't buy those. I get the big 8-ounce bottles. So I go through an 8-ounce bottle. I remember I run my trains quite a bit actually. The more I think about it, I run them quite a bit. And I run usually 2 to 3 trains at a time. I usually get about 2 or 3 months out of an 8-ounce bottle, and they're $20.
So you run your trains a lot more than I have. I think I still have. Actually, this cinnamon roll is the first smoke bottle that I ever had go empty on me so far.
That is, I'm actually very jealous of that actually because I've spent so much money on smoke fluid.
And then I got like 8 other bottles sitting over here that are still like half full or more.
Checking the chat.
I never realized how small S gauge was. Like I've always heard of S gauge, but until I got that engine for Mike and sent it to him and actually pulled it out of the box, it's insanely small compared to O gauge.
Is it really?
Like Mike, whenever he makes video of it, they don't look small, but
They don't.
it is small. Like I'm telling you, it's small.
Which is weird because I consider HO to just be like microscopic, so I guess that makes sense.
I'll have to take a picture. I took a picture of it, so I'll have to show you the difference between the two. Oh, Lauren says it's raining and windy again. That's probably what happened to the internet. John said he spilled an entire bottle of smoke fluid.
Really? That's interesting how he says S is marginally bigger than HO.
I'll send you a picture. I got Mike that Northern. I'll send you a picture of my Northern next to that one. And you're gonna be like, wow, it's crazy.
Yeah, I'll check that out. It's weird because when you look at like Fast Track, you realize the center rail and one of the side rails, that's pretty much HO rail sizing. So like how much? So I guess S would be like from an outer rail to like 3/4 of the way across. Maybe.
I think that engine fit in between both outer rails whenever I set it on my track.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so if you were to skew it to one side, yeah, if it was on an outer rail,
It'd probably be like 2/3, like you said, maybe.
yeah, it would fall in that gap like right in the middle on the other side. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how people. I have a hard time dealing with the O gauge stuff, as far as like fixing it, repairing it, the details, all that stuff.
But it is cool that they added like the remote features and stuff to the S gauge.
Yeah, I mean, I do kind of wish like it was like HO where they all had DCC and all DCS and all that stuff, where it was all universal. But maybe someday we'll get there. I'll just put blue Nami on all my stuff.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, man. Oh man, so how's everybody else doing? Mike's gone. You can look at his cool shelf layout. Just going through the chat right now. Got 15 people watching. I don't see any likes though. Although I don't know if I can update any of this stuff. Hit that like button, everybody. Help us grow a little bit. I do have to eventually do the my boxcar giveaway, which is the LED American flag boxcar that Lionel did probably about 4 or 5 years ago. So if anybody has any recommendations on how to go about doing a giveaway fairly, I am all ears. I really do want to give that away. It's probably worth about, I don't know, maybe $100, $150 boxcar. But if you guys know what I'm talking about, it's the it's more of a modern boxcar. It's a double door. It's got the American flag. It's a Southern Pacific paint scheme with the American flag with the stars have the LED lights in them. And I have no use for it. I bought it. I had no idea how modern it looked. And I do want to give it away to somebody. Kind of as a thank you for all the years of hanging out with us. Jonathan Murray, you must earn the likes. Is giving away a boxcar good enough to earn some likes for you? Again, I have no idea what the value is of it anymore. I think I paid $125 or $100 for it. I think people have paid upwards of $175 to $200 for it. So I have it somewhere under the layout. I do have a post of it on my Instagram from like probably a year ago announcing the giveaway. We hit some of the targets for it, so I do want to give it away. Got the Santa Fe going. Oh God, that war bonnet looks good.
Train
How you
time.
doing? Yeah, I got the train going.
I mean, technically,
Got
I could
Santa
turn mine on. It would go by the camera.
Kind of thinking of maybe I should just do, or maybe like this. Oh, let's turn it this way. I think I did this last time. Whoa. Sorry, buddy. I don't know. Do you guys want me to be in the camera and have the train, or just the trains? You let me know.
Well, this is going to be a tough question. Jeremy wants to know what your number one engine in your collection is right now.
You're gonna have to put some parameters on that, I think. How so? Like my favorite one to run, my favorite, like go to. I don't know. That's a tough question. So I have 2 new engines, so you have to be more specific on that one.
I think it had the 5 whistles, doesn't it?
Well, the Santa Fe, yeah, has 5 whistles, and I just go with the first. The first one on that one is perfect. The Y6B, I'm actually going with the one that sounds like the whistle that's on the Great Northern EM1 that I have, which I think is whistle number 3. My all-around favorite engine. Oh, give me a couple minutes to think about that one. I will get back to you. So when I've had people ask me before, so favorite engine, I put it into 2 categories. I put it into the nicest model, and then the nicest thing that has the best playability. So if you want, I'll think about that. Which one has the best playability, and which one is the nicest, just overall looking model? Something that I would enjoy if it didn't even run. Just look good.
Which one do you think would be your nicest looking model?
Oh, my God. Breaking stuff. Oh, my God. My back's still not perfect. Dude, the H7s still are up there.
The Muffin Drama.
More muffin drama.
I just think that was,
Yeah, we were talking about that before.
that was just a stupid move. That's all I'm going to say about it.
I have a pre-order in with muffins, and I really don't like people who do business like that. If that's too loud, just let me know.
TJ said the best engine is the MPH engine that you haven't bought yet.
Quiet, you. No MTH engine just can do what that just did, so we'll leave it at that. I mean, like me and Mike were just talking about the Class A. The Class A is one of the best sounding engines probably in my collection.
Yeah, I was messing with the Q engines before I got that one out. Like I tested probably 3 or 4, and I got to that Class A, and I was like, wow. It was just,
it's got some good sound. The Niagara Vision line is still one of my favorites. I mean, Vision line big boys they're phenomenal. It really is a tough question. But you know what though? Like honestly, like something like my very first engine, my Mohawk, I still get a lot of enjoyment running that. Like it's weird. And that's a really nice detailed engine. Mike knows now. He has a Mohawk. He gets it.
I almost spilled my beer. Would have been a problem.
Oh, no, that could have been bad.
So I don't got the luxury of being that close like you do.
Okay, let's see. That's an interesting. So Don, Mike's house is burning down. You can only grab one engine. Which one do you grab? That's an interesting way to look at it. The other way I've looked at it is if I had to sell my whole collection but only keep one engine, which one would I keep?
Old John said the Class A. The Class A is solid. I don't know if you heard of Class A, TJ, like actually in person, but I don't know. They just sound different. I'm telling you, I've heard a lot of Lionel steam engines, and
So I will give credit to an engine that I guess a lot of people. You know what's weird is when I first started my Instagram, I did a Vision Line voting contest for all the current Vision Line engines. And the one that won that competition was the Lionel GS series. And my GS1 is actually one of those engines that I really do enjoy. I don't know, man. That's a tough question. So once you start getting like a few Vision Line engines, they become like the new standard. But I still love all my legacy engines too. That's a tough question. It really is. But I mean, like this thing, it's hard to pass up an engine that has a swinging bell, smokestack.
Jeremy, how are you enjoying the Cab 2 remote?
And you guys can't even see the lighted gauges in the back of that thing. It's awesome.
Hey, if any of you guys have joined in late, want to come on and show your York purchases, you're more than welcome to. I can send you a link. Or it doesn't have to be from York. Anything you got new.
Yeah, anything new, or just if you want to hop on and show something unique or different. Yeah, Sedano. I mean, that's a tough question. I'm staring at my shelves. How about this? I'll put it to you this way. I'll look right into the camera. If Lionel ever does the Allegheny in Vision Line, that would be probably my favorite overall model. As long as they did the Vision Line the right way and they added some smoke features and got the stereo sounds, that is still one of my favorite engines to look at, run, own, operate. And that thing gave me headaches. That thing had to go to Lionel like 4 times when I first got it. but it was so worth it.
Jeremy, you probably are so happy to hear him say that.
I honestly, the Allegheny is, and I'm spoiled because it was only like I'd say it was like my 5th engine, but that's the engine I compare all the other engines to as far as a model and how things look and the details and the sounds and all that stuff. That is still up there as one of my favorites. I literally just took it off the layout for this live. It was on the layout. It's been on the layout for probably months. It's. I mean, I know Jeremy. He's a C&O guy, so like, once he finally has one, I'm really hoping Lionel does it in Vision Line someday. It's going to be like $4,000, but I hope it have one. Vision Line crane. That would be interesting. That would be $6,000. Oh, what do we got? H10
Yep.
or a 6? All right, I was about to say, I know that whistle.
I got 2. I figured I was going to run 2 sets tonight. I got the coal hauler set out, and I got the Broadway Limited set out.
All right, so I'm going to turn my camera around.
Apparently my track's dirty because my H10 just shut off.
All right, let's do this. Triple back. Nope. I think we got to do ultra wide. No. Oh boy. Dual wide. Nope. Dual camera.
See, I don't think cab 1 and cab 1L. I mean, I don't know. After having a cab 2, I can never go back to having a cab 1. Why am I having a dead spot there? Pissing me off.
And I'm dropping stuff.
One second.
I got like the mirror view phone thing going on here. How's that look to everybody?
I'm building a train right now.
Oh, what's going on with you, buddy?
All right. What's up?
What in the world is going on? I don't even know how to work this thing.
Welcome to YouTube, TJ.
I mean, I've been on a YouTube live stream before, but this third party throw you in there, I don't know what I'm doing.
That's why I let Mike do it.
Let's see. How does front camera? Oh, nope. I did that. Yeah, how the? Oh, there we go. There we go.
There you go.
There's what Mike. Oh, that's really weird. It's backwards. Okay. That's what Mike helped me get, and Jeremy. I give Jeremy credit since he drove. You know, just filled in the DH probably.
Is that like a rare one to find, TJ? I mean, I have no idea. I'm just asking.
Okay, so if you want to get into the weeds about it, again, this is weird because it's backwards of what I'm saying. This is your regular CSX ES44.
Okay.
Damn, it's backwards.
You
This
should be
is
able to. I might be able to change that. Hold on.
that's
There,
oh
is that better?
yeah, okay, that's not throwing me off. So this one is your like regular, just run of the mill CSX ES44.
Okay.
The biggest difference is the trucks. Our side frames are different. Obviously, it's a very rivet counting detail, but what makes a difference, like this is a 4-digit count number. This is a 3-digit, and it has the different CSX logo on the side. I wouldn't say rare by any means, but this is like late 2010s, like 2016 to 2018 that CSX made these, or MTH made these. So arguably maybe harder-ish to come by, but by no means like super rare. It was just the price the guy had and made the deal on it that I was like, yeah, I'll take it. And I literally am it's mint. It's mint. The box was crispy. Didn't look like it had been opened a whole bunch. The engine literally has 11 miles on it. It's crispy.
That is one nice thing I like about MTH is the fact that you can tell how much an engine's been ran.
It does have but okay, it's a good thing and it's a bad thing because like if you're selling a Lionel engine, you can kind of argue like, well, if it's in decent shape, it doesn't matter if I've ran it for 10 years. If I kept it in good shape, no one's going to know. With an MTH engine, if you've had it for 10 years and you've ran the full out of it, people are going to know you ran the full out of it. It's a good thing if you're buying. It's a bad thing if you're selling in that sense. So it's just one of the.
Now, somebody had an MTH engine and they changed the board out on it. Would that give it a fresh mileage, or would you be able to tell that?
New board, it would. If say you had an engine and you ran it for 7,000 miles and however many hours, and you blew up the board, you put a new board in it, the board would register 0 hours and 0 miles.
And there'd be no way to tell that it wasn't the original board, really.
No, as long as if you're good at putting it in, and if you can load the right sound set into it and put the right. So with MTH, if you have the dealer software, you can rename the board. And by renaming the board, I mean like when you add the MTH engine into your remote. If you just put a new board into it and load the sound set into it, and then add it to your remote, when it comes up addressed as like engine 12, it will just be engine 12, and then nothing will be there. That is a tell sign that somebody has replaced the board. If you have the dealer software, you can go in there and put a name to it, and that way when it comes up as engine 12, it'll be CSX ES44 953 or Pennsylvania or PRR H10 7676. You have to have the dealer software to be able to change the address of the engine when it gets loaded into your remote. So that's a good takeaway. If you buy an MTH engine and you load it into your remote, and up as it'll come up in your remote, it'll grab the engine, you can start it up, you can run it. But if it says like engine 12, no information, that's a good sign that it has a new board inside of it.
See, that's good things to know. I had no idea.
Yep. Yeah, us MTH guys, we know a thing or two. We're not just Lionel haters.
That's why I asked you about the packaging, because, like I said, Lauren packaged it, and I'm like real careful. I'm like, make sure you package that engine good.
No, dude, it was fine. No issues there. I laughed literally like I texted you when the engine came when I got it and it was at the front door. I looked at it and I was like that's wrapped really good. And then I realized it was like it was boxes and then had like paper like grocery store bags were like wrapped around it. I was like, Mike didn't wrap this thing. I was like, this thing was wrapped too good. This thing's like a damn Christmas present.
So she wrapped that one up for me the other day, and another one that I sold.
Oh, here, y'all will find this one funny. So you see my little sign here?
Yeah.
I didn't know what else to do with it, so I was just like, yeah, whatever.
That's the story of America right now.
Oh well, that was me being petty. This is an interesting app, Mike. It's who figured out how to use this little software to do this?
I'm running it. Why is it a pain? Is it a pain for you?
No. I've never done it, so I'm like trying to like work through it and be like, what buttons do what? It seems to be working fine. I don't have any problems. I can see what y'all are doing.
What kind of beer is that?
Yingling, baby.
I've never seen those Yingling cans around here. I'm gonna have to look for those now.
Well, what's really weird, like for me, like my family's from Pennsylvania, so when we would go up there as a kid, they'd always go get Yingling Premium because Premium was only ever available within the state of Pennsylvania. And just recently has it become something you can buy down here. So whenever I see it, I'll buy a case just to have it.
Yeah,
I do have a question for anybody who bought a new Lionel Y6B. Sound off in the comments if you did. But the coal load, every time I touch it, it's like tacky. It's really weird. It's like the paint won't dry or something. I don't know what it is.
Oh, so I can read comments too. This is cool.
Yeah, Jeremy said that's old style cans. Yeah, that kind of reminds me of a can that like I've never that not a Yingling can. Trains with the Z.
I'll be right back.
So Jeremy asked, how many people did trains kick out? I was one of 5. And dude, they have completely changed the system. That's a whole sub topic that we can talk about another day. That's crazy. That was a very interesting time and what they're doing now. I can hit y'all up on the side about that. But I do have to appreciate the guy that sold the engine was probably the nicest guy in the world that I've ever bought an engine from. And I do have to give a shout out there for you, Mike, for picking it up for me.
That's whenever he told me, he was like, well, you told me you were going to, I was fine paying for it for you. He's like, oh, then you said you paid him. I'm like, that's even better.
Well, the guy didn't like, he didn't give like 100% like he was comfortable with, what it came down to is he was busy, wasn't getting back to me. So I told him, I'm like, are you okay with the person that I know picking it up, paying the cash, or do you want me to pay you? And he didn't reply. And I was just like, I can pay you. And he's like, well, that's my, but actually picking up 2 engines from him. Guys from Georgia, guy that was selling at York, he's from Georgia. And Tom's actually meeting up with him in Georgia. Like Tom's there. He's actually, so really good guy. And he sold a quality item. Like, it was good condition, no problems, works. But it was fun.
Let's see.
He's like, he goes, where are you from? And I'm like, I'm down in the South. And he's like, you got friends at York gonna pick up stuff for you? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, man, you got good friends. And I was like, I guess I do.
Yeah, he had a lot of good stuff. Like Jeremy said, he did have a lot of stuff. It seemed like he was selling a lot of stuff too.
He was selling a lot, and he was selling it for like really reasonable prices. And he was willing to negotiate, which I mean, anybody that sells anything, you know, you're going to get negotiated on, especially in the secondary market. And like, it was kind of refreshing to have someone that was pretty willing to negotiate, because a lot of people now in the secondary market are like, oh, what I'm asking for is what it's going to be, and you're going to pay it. So it was refreshing. But I'm going to sit the phone down just a second. I got to go grab a phone charger, and I'll be right back.
All right. John, I would have liked to have met you at York. Sucks we didn't cross each other's paths.
What's up?
John Healy, I know he was at York. I didn't get to meet him. I said I would have liked to have met him also. He's always in our lives.
Well, he usually is selling. John, you usually selling stuff there, right? You got usually a table.
I think he usually helps his son. His son might sell stuff, and he helps his son. I think maybe.
I don't know whose ceiling he's talking about, but somebody's ceiling is pretty sweet.
That's DJ's.
That is a pretty sweet ceiling. Wait, did he just put his phone down, I guess?
Yeah, he had to go get a charger.
Oh, stupid Tom. Hit the wrong button.
Yeah, my ceiling is pretty sweet. You're right.
Pretty sweet.
If anybody has any questions about MTH, you can just let me know. I'll be glad to share.
Yeah, why can't they be cooler like Lionel?
Be cooler like Lionel. Why don't they put people in their passenger cars?
Because you can't afford that, bud.
I know, it's crazy. MTH and Atlas. I mean, okay, let's be honest. I told Mike about this. We were talking about it. 21-inch passenger cars, except for 2 specialty sets, have never come with people.
Oh yeah, it's. I agree. There should be. Not only should they have passenger figures, they should have like 30 per car.
Well, I mean, but to the point of the anger and talking about lawsuits, this crap, they've never come with people in the first place.
They've never.
Why are you surprised? Granted, they called it. They said it in the catalog. They would. They called it and said it was a typo. It's kind of like. I don't mean this as like Lionel. That it was a typo.
Well, look, Lionel in the catalog, this was supposed to be green with silver fronts. It came black. I don't care. And this is a $2,000 engine.
Hey, at least it's not leprechaun green.
And it's not exactly. It's not leprechaun green. So I was happy.
Yeah, no, there's one of those Great Northern sitting at the Lionel store, and I kind of looked at it and I went, "Wow, that's actually a pretty acceptable color." Like that's not...
It's a good color green. I was very happy with it.
Yeah, no, they have one of those sit on the shelf there. No, that's where I had to laugh about all of the tariff nonsense and craziness with the Y6s. Is they've been in the store for damn near over probably 6 weeks at this point.
Yeah, I know.
And
They,
okay, and I hate the turn, but if you buy from Lionel store direct, pay a tariff.
I think some of the dealers use the tariff as a way to sell above pre-order price.
And I'm not even going to go as far as blame the dealers as much as I'm going to blame the distributors. A lot of the distributors came out and said that they were going to blame tariffs for price increases well before they should have ever had them.
Yeah.
And
any reason to make more money.
Yes, I mean, and I get it. Not going to say it's right, but I get it. And then, let's see, what was it? The one thing that pissed off a buddy of mine that owns a hobby shop, but I won't disclose names. They sent out an email through distributors, through things like that, that Lionel said that they increased price due to tariffs since February, which would be factually incorrect because tariffs weren't initiated at all at any point in time in February. So it's gotten way out of hand and just the price.
I think sales are down and anybody's trying to figure out a way to make extra money right now. I really do.
That and I hate to say it this way, but I think everyone's, because of the way the world is so volatile, especially in our own country, I think everyone's trying to politicize every part of everything that they can. And they're making things more aggressive than they need to be. And to me, it's kind of, just take a step back, calm down. Let's look at things on a bigger scale, and let's figure out how to move forward. Let's figure out the best way to get forward.
All I know is if people one of the reasons I can still buy new Lionel engines is because of the pre-order pricing.
Yep.
Pre-order pricing goes away, that changes a lot of stuff. Like if Muffins, I have an order with Muffins, I have an order with Charles Rowe for Volume 1. If they email me saying, hey, prices are going up, I'm going to be like, cancel. I don't have to have those items. I always wanted the Y6B and I wanted the Great Northern version. And I'm like, if you send me pictures and it looks good, I'm going to stay with the order. But anything moving forward, if I can't get good pre-order pricing, I don't think I'm going to buy.
I mean, I'm in the same boat with you as far as Atlas and MTH. MTH announced has floated my boat. The last thing I got from MTH was the Coke Express hoppers from MTH, or CSX Coke Express hoppers. Other than that, MTH hasn't announced anything that has blown me away. They seem to be more.
That sounds about right for MTH.
I mean, and I love him. Don't get me wrong.
I'm just kidding.
No. I mean, I'll play to this.
Dude, those Challengers look good.
Well, I mean, beyond steam engines and things like engines, I mean, like when they're doing these stupid ass, we're gonna announce something every Tuesday, and they announce. They're like, hey, do you need a new Halloween box car? Oh, how about a Christmas box car?
I get the newsletter every week, and I'm just, half the time I can't open the picture of the frickin' thing in the email.
They're losing focus of where the hobby in some aspect. Like, always infants. There's no problem with that. But they started to take a direction towards making things that were for the younger crowd than that people saw. Just as the same as people want to steam engines that they saw when they were younger, or maybe their grandpa talked about. There's a market for the younger generation in modern trains.
Yeah.
We don't need a Rail King boxcar that says Happy Halloween on it every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm kind of like aggravated with that. And Atlas is obviously hemmed up with the confusion of they were trying to transition all of their tooling from the master line over to a different manufacturing partner, and they're trying to get in with MTH and all that. Order. Whenever they show up, and I'm not gonna argue. You know, it's just get here when you
I
get
mean,
here.
for me personally, the way I look at it going forward is I already have a lot of trains to begin with, so I'm not going to get rid of the trains I have just because of tariffs. Yeah, I just might not buy new trains, but oh well.
Yeah.
Dude,
I can wait. Like I can find, and especially like because Lionel's making so many like
Reruns.
Vision Line Hudsons. Like I know eventually, like you can still go get a Vision Line Big Boy right now.
do you know how many Vision Line Big Boys there are? My dad and Tom bought Vision Line 2023 release Vision Line Big Boys off the sale table for $1,500.
Yeah, you can go get a Class A still. Like that. So when I got into the hobby, like I got a Vision Line Big Boy that had been in World for a year and a half, 2 years. That was still for like that's how it used to be. Like COVID changed how people saw what like pre-ordering and built to order looked like.
The one thing I will say about COVID, and this is something that I've mentioned when people talk about, oh, the used market's going to go through the roof, just like COVID. And I'm like, well, the difference is there's a lot of guys, and there's even YouTubers that were, got a big success during COVID that have gotten away from the hobby and don't.
Yeah.
The difference is during COVID, people had a lot of extra money.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people that were in the hobby to do something.
Yep.
Now, a lot of those people that were in the hobby got away from it, gone to other things. And people don't have the extra money.
Yep.
So I don't think that in 2025 versus 2020, you're going to see a crazy influx in the used market going crazy because there's not as many people buying and not as many people have money to do so.
Correct.
So
yeah, because people are doing, like you said, people are doing other things. You're not sitting in your house doing nothing every day.
exactly. It doesn't matter if you're Lionel, K-Line, MTH, Rail King, Lionel, Line Scale, Semi Scale, it doesn't matter. The hobby as a whole does not have the same amount of people in it today as it did 5 years ago.
Yeah. Well, it's like me and Mike were talking about this. Like, eventually, I feel like myself, I'm getting to a point where it's like, when is enough enough? Like, I'm running out of space to even like display these things. Like, I gotta buy some more shelving, but I can only buy so many more. I don't believe in buying them and putting them in boxes and not showing.
Dude, literally what you just said. I'm at the point where I'm maxed out my shelves. I have trains in boxes under my layout because I don't have a place to put them.
And yeah, it's just like I'm starting to get to the point where I cannot justify buying anymore. I'm not that kind of collector. If I cannot put it out and look at it, I'm not buying it.
And that's I totally get it. I mean, I'm the same way with a lot of my engines. I'm like, that's why. I mean, hell, dude, I just sold 11 engines, and I still have shit underneath the layout in boxes.
Yeah.
Like, at a certain point in time, you kind of go, okay, the euphoria of collecting and buying and the dopamine effect of buying something does eventually wear off, and it's just kind of like, why do we even have half this stuff?
Yeah, so what's funny, that's exactly what I was saying. Like, the word, like, the dopamine hit is definitely not the same anymore. And, like, you can get trained out for a little bit, too. Like, I have felt like now that I have a layout that I can go to every day.
You get burned out.
You do. You get burnt out. You're like, I don't need to do this for like a month or two at a time, 3 months at a time, half a year at a time. Like it used to be when I'd have a layout for only 6 months. I had to run trains for a little bit.
Well, it comes into me where it's separate. I know I know this standpoint gets a lot of negative hate. The toy trains for me is a family hobby. It's been passed down. It's something that I can share with my dad and my grandfather and hopefully my kids. And it's a hobby. It's a part of my life, but it's a hobby.
Yeah.
It's a generational hobby, and I feel that there's a lot of people that use the toy trains as their entire means of existence. It's how many people liked my video, how many people commented on what I bought, did I buy the thing that everybody likes? It's been lost of, did I buy it because I like it?
Yep.
You know, it's the, well, I buy it to use on YouTube. So, to grow the hobby, or what? You bought something that you didn't even really like, and then in 6 months you're trying to sell it for MSRP plus 20% and saying, well, it was on such and such YouTube channel, so you should pay more for it.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's what I kind of told Tom. Like, for me personally, I'm not really buying much unless that's something I really want anymore. Like, I'm not. That's just the way I'm going to do it going forward. I
tried to help buy passenger cars for you, and half of them got sold now.
Whenever you have a small layout, it's so difficult to store rolling stock, store engines. Like, I mean, my layout's small, so I have all the stuff on the shelf in the back. It's not like you can like have a siding where you can keep everything at. It's hard. It's hard to store everything.
I mean, shit. Hold on. How do I turn this around? Oh, turned it off. Oops. Look, rolling stock. I mean, it you know, rolling stock, engines over here, boxes of stuff. I mean, it gets out of hand.
Yeah.
It does. I mean, I never thought I'd have a collection. When I built this layout here, I was like, oh, cool if, and I have more train room can even fucking hold.
Dude, I was supposed to stop when I got into the hobby. I was supposed to stop at 6 engines.
6?
That was my number.
6?
My number was 6.
65.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and that's where you have to start questioning yourself. Like, am I just doing this for the next purchase to feel?
It turns into a hoarding mentality.
It does. It really does,
dude.
So I have been recalibrating my thoughts on it.
No, I mean, and it's the truth of it. I mean, dude, I'm a car guy. I'm into cars and stuff, and like, there is a certain point where like I've sat here and went like, I look in the train room and I'm like, damn, if I took half the money I spent here, I could have done something crazy over there.
Yep, exactly.
So,
like, I've put off doing an interior on my car for years because I keep buying train stuff.
You have a Fairlane or a Galaxy?
I have a Galaxy.
Yeah. Was it a 60?
67. 67.
Okay, yeah. All right. Mid 60s. Well, that's like my dad. We've got the 268 Camaros, and I'm kind of like, why aren't we spending more money towards that stuff? Why aren't we messing with that?
I know. Well, for me, it's my kids right now. Like right now with my kids, the trains are more what we're into, but I know they will do the cars later.
Oh, dude, because you got 2 boys, so once they start getting the age, man, they're gonna be they're gonna be chasing the fumes. It's car fumes and perfumes.
Yep. Couldn't have said it better. Couldn't have said it better.
I mean, hell, I grew up with the trains, and then I grew up around the Camaros, and I grew up around the trains. I got to be about 16. I could give a shit about the trains.
tits and tires, baby.
Oh yeah, no man. First bit of attention, I went, screw them trains.
Well, it's like, again, like this hobby didn't pick up for me once I got older. Like, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm not going out to the club or bar that much anymore. And in the winter, I have nothing to do, so I kind of got into this.
Well,
so
that's like my buddy Tom, the other Tom from Long Island. I was one of his groomsmen at his wedding, and we were talking about that he got married back in March, and we were at his wedding with all of us, and his now wife and my wife were talking, and she's like, they're nerdy as crap messing with their trains, but we know what they're doing.
Yep.
And that's what my wife.
Mike knows my slogan.
Well, me and my wife have been married almost 4 years, and she's like, yeah, you got a whole room devoted to your nerdy little hobby, but you love it, you enjoy it, and like my wife says, she's like, I appreciate you having that.
My wife, as long as we don't go broke, she doesn't care.
Well,
that's really
it's being responsible. It's if the day-to-day bills are taken care of and everything's fine, there's no worries. What does it matter if you spend $100 or $200 on something,
Well, the way I look at it, you could always sell it too.
Well, and I've said that. I've told my wife that. I said, I might have an addiction, but my addiction has a resale value.
Yes. And if you buy right, it has a better resale value than what you bought it for sometimes.
I mean, shit, the engine that Mike picked up for me at York, I could probably make $100 to $150 on it tomorrow. But I actually really wanted that one, so I never sell it.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, the idea is to hopefully never have to sell any of this stuff.
I mean, I've sold a lot of things. I mean, dude, I've surprisingly sold a lot of my NS engines here lately. And sometimes you do gotta kind of roll with it and go, I'm not into that as I used to be, and let it go. I mean, a steam engine that you might have bought 5 years ago, you might not run as much and go, well, shit, I paid $1,000 for it. It'll sell for $1,500. Yeah. I'll sell it and go buy something else and enjoy that. I mean, granted, every once in a while you're going to regret it and be like, damn, I can't believe I sold that because, I paid $1,000 and sold it for $15,000. Now it's worth $4,000. Whatever.
Yeah, but you can't beat yourself up about stuff like that.
But eventually, you just got to be like, I'm not enjoying it. I'm not running it. I'm not having fun with it. So I'm gonna pull the money out and go do something else.
Yeah.
I mean,
I agree with that.
Like I said, the biggest thing that I have is like a lot of the stuff I don't run because it's just I have to like take everything off my layout and then grab everything off the shelf and put it all back on the shelf. It'd be nice if I had spots just to park stuff and leave on the layout.
You just need a bigger layout.
Yeah, that's what we've been saying.
One thing that I am going to see Nickel Plate 765 tomorrow, so that should be pretty cool.
Oh yeah, we never talked about that. Yeah, I want to see some pictures and videos, bud. I want to see what that.
See, I don't live in a very big train part of the world. So, I mean, y'all got.
I'm dropped. It's gonna be like a 2.5 hour drive for me, but I think it'll be worth it. It'll be neat to see.
Mike, the problem is if I come back to Pittsburgh, we're not going to do anything about trains. We're just going to go to Permani Brothers to get drunk off Icy Light. Oh, I don't know. Well, I don't know if I should say it, but Jay's Club they're no more. They've tore the layout out. They're done.
I remember you telling me that was going to happen.
Yeah, they've tore everything out. The Bull Creek whatever Bull Creek Railroad or what they call themselves. They're done. They tore the whole layout up, and they're done.
They lost the spot, didn't they, or something? Didn't they lose the space?
Well, there was a typical push and shove drama. Some of the congregation was for the train layout being in their spare place. Some of the congregation was not. They had a dispute over who was spending money, which way. It just kind of went that typical route, and
That sucks.
the guys that were ahead of the layout just said we're done. We're not gonna mess with this anymore, and they tore the layout down, and they're gonna turn over the space, and that's gonna be the end of it. But Jay, well, you've met Jay before.
Yeah, I've talked to him plenty of times, many times.
He actually went full two rail. That dude, he's on. He sent me a couple engines to convert over for him. He's full on two rail. No more. Oh, I'm kind of. But I do have to thank you. That engine you picked up for me, man. That was clutch. That was really nice. I appreciate that a lot.
No, I have no problem helping people. I mean, helping people get what they're looking for, helping my friends out, you know.
That was clutch. That was nice. That's why I figured you were the. Well, I've made a lot of enemies through York because of my opinion, so I appreciate it.
Not as much as Mr. Muffins.
Yeah, well, hey, you know what? You know what's funny and why I find the whole muffins thing so funny and people losing their mind and the things that I've dealt with? I might talk a lot of shit. And I get it. I do. I know I do. I have never called someone. I mean, you know, I might talk a lot of smack. See, my standpoint is I grew up in car culture where I might hate on your Ford, but I hate on your Ford Pinto, and you're gonna hate on my Chevy Vega, but we're gonna both agree that your 68 Z20, my 68 Z28's badass, and your 428 Cobra's badass. That's kind of the, we both know that each manufacturer has made terrible cars. Same thing with trains. Like, we've both made terrible things. We've done bad things. And it's just talking a lot of smack. Like, I can go to a car show and be like, I'm a Chevy guy, but your 428 Cobra Jet Mustang's pretty badass. And he'd be like, yeah, well, your 68 Z28 is pretty sweet. And we move on from it and laugh and go. I take that same standpoint with the trains, and I feel that a lot of people can't handle the jokes, if you will.
MTH is shit.
Yeah, you're right. It's garbage. I don't even know why anybody would buy it.
That's why we call you Mr. Lion.
Yeah, I mean, people should stop buying MCH just so it's cheaper for me to buy it.
Exactly. They got to drive the prices down to help people.
Yeah,
This would be the best thing I think they need to do, since you're not a Lionel guy mainly, and you live right next to North Carolina and Lionel. They need to bring you in to do crew talk. That would be hilarious.
Hey, and I've said this: if they would get rid of that stupid ass wee-wah sound, I would change my mind on a lot of things. It's that.
Mike tried out a Class A the other day. He loves the wee-woos. He's a big fan of the wee-woos.
And honestly, if we're gonna be honest, I think the wee-woos comes to like an ADHD thing for me. When I'm running trains, I like
it's too random. Why is it doing that sound?
It's just like my brain. I like to just comment.
I just heard mine do it.
The wee-woos.
The Lionel sound, just like wah, wah, and you're like, what the fuck was that? Yeah, like if Lionel would just get rid of that sound set, or if you could turn it off, it'd be a totally different thing. But I also think that the O gauge community needs to stop being so proprietary, and they need to learn how to work on a common system that works for H2O.
Yes, I agree with
Every manufacturer can run an engine with another engine. You can buy an Athearn engine, you can buy a Rapido engine, you can buy a Broadway Limited engine, and they will all run together. Why in O scale can we not run a Lionel and an MTH or an Atlas engine together? Now, obviously, today you can run an Atlas Premier engine and an MTH engine together, but that's a totally different story. And honestly, I think Lionel's now going to be singled out because as the years go on, more and more Atlas engines are going to have proto sounds, and you're going to be able to buy older MTA or Atlas engines with proto sounds. I think Lionel's going to end up being the odd man out on that particular argument.
When he says wee woo, John, I think he's
I'm
talking about like
gonna fire up my Class A for the wee woos.
it's like creaking metal. I would make it sound like. Is that what you would describe it as?
Yeah, it's like
It's like
creaking and groaning.
it's like metal, like flexing almost. What I would say, what it sounds like. I could be
Well, I'm
wrong,
gonna
I'm
fire
totally off
Class
on
A.
it, but that's what I would. Maybe that's what they're trying to make it sound like.
I'll get my Santa Fe out of the way. I'll try to get the wee woos to go.
I should read the comments. Double tube fan.
Oh yeah, for the PS2 question.
Okay, so 2006. That could be either 5-volt or a 3-volt engine. I'm gonna lean towards it's a 3-volt, which means it's a little bit more easy to work with. Realistically, if you got it, just put it on the layout. If you do have an MTH command system, put it on the layout, let it sit there a second. If you're running conventional, don't let it put it on the layout and don't run the voltage up to more than 10 amps or 10 volts, and just let it. The 5-volt and the Proto 1 engine, Proto 1 and Proto 2 5-volt do have the similar batteries to a 9-volt. 2006, I'm pretty sure, is going to be the 3-volt, which is going to have a little tiny battery pack with a little plug on the end of it. And I would still probably get a BCR2 for that engine. If it does have the 9-volt in it, I would get the red BCR, which does have the same plugs as a 9-volt, and just put it in it, and that's going to save you a lot of problems. But as long as you are easy on it, you're not going to have any issues. And you put a BCR in it. See, I'm helpful. I can tell people things they need to know.
I still get which one is the 5-volt's the worst system than the 3-volt, right? I always get that confused.
Okay, so he just said that he does not have the MTH system. Okay, if you're going to run, okay, so MTH engines don't run off of a Lionel system. You can run Lionel engines off the MTH system. If you're going to run your MTH engines in a theoretical conventional setup, I would just go ahead and just not buy Proto 1. Well, Proto 1 you have to run in conventional no matter what. I would probably stay away from Proto 2. Proto 2 3-volt is not a problem, but that's like 2000. I want to say it's like 2004-ish and newer is the 3-volt system. Realistically, if you're going to buy MT engines, you need to it command system is going to save you a lot of problems.
Sorry.
If you're only going to run conventional for MTH, I would probably only buy Proto 3. But also with Proto 3, the earlier Proto 3s from like 2011 when they came out, 2011, I think it's 2013, there's some issues and they don't like running in conventional. If you're going to buy MTH, just buy a command system. If you're going to run Lionel, buy a Lionel command system and run the two independently of each other. That's the best advice I could give on that.
All right, do you guys want to hear the wee woos real quick?
Let's hear it.
All right, let's see if I'll see if it happens. Let's see.
It should happen.
No, you're going to hear it. It's like,
No, I heard it.
your engine not found problems are and you need to work on your you need to figure out how many drops you've got to your layout, and are you running it directly to the TIU or are you running it through a junction block? That's the biggest issue of why you're going to have or how many engines do you have on the layout?
Heard it again. Do you run your MTH system in passive mode, TJ, or do you have it hooked up right through it?
No, I do not run mine in passive. Mine two leads coming out of the Z4000 into the TIU, 2 leads coming out, and the 2 leads out of the TIU go to 2 different junction blocks, and then the 2 different junction blocks go to the 4 leads of each loop. But
I don't ever really have engine pound problems on mine. I mean, I barely run MTH, but I don't really have many issues with it.
the engine not found problem typically comes from how the layout is wired up, because MTH runs signal from the TIU to the track to the engine, and the engine back through the track through the TIU back to the remote or if the app. Lionel only needs a signal, and the signal is giving the engine the signal to the track is giving the engine a signal, and then the remote is talking from the engine back to the remote. A little bit more complicated than Lionel in that standpoint. Yeah, I mean, just hit me up, and I might be able to help you at that point. At least talk through what you've got going on. I mean, he's not wrong. The shit's worked in conventional since the beginning. I'll be right back.
That's such a nice engine, Tom.
Yeah, the Class A's really are nice. It does have a lot of wee woos.
I wouldn't say wee woos. It doesn't do that wee woo noise a lot, but it has a lot of background noise, which I think is actually cool in that engine.
Yeah, but
It's not like
it plays great sounds.
Sounds like
it's not like
SpongeBob.
it's not like
Patrick.
it does the metal. It does like other noises though. It's hard to explain.
It's enjoyable. I like them.
Some
I like all the extra sound. It's basically like knocking into things. It's like metal on metal, like the couplers and everything that
Yeah.
they're trying to simulate,
It's a lot of coupler noise on that. That's what
and
I've
like
noticed.
and creaking from side to side on rails. Like I get what they're going for. I like it.
But what TJ talks about, it's like the metal sound, like the metal creaking noise.
So, yes, MPH. Lionel is more like RC cars, where it's talking directly through a antenna. That's why in the tender of a steam engine or the cab or the body of a diesel, they have antennas. The remote is talking directly to the engine, whereas MTH is talking through the TIU to the engine, back from the engine through the TIU back to the remote. So yeah, you're right. It is a little bit more like a relay.
Yeah, that's why the handrails, from what I understand, most Lionel, the handrail is the antenna.
Yeah. Yep.
It depends on the engine, because like my big Santa Fe engine, there is an antenna screwed into the roof of the or to the top of the tender.
Yeah.
Depends on. Not all Lionel engines have the handrails as antennas. Most of them have a there's like a really weird, call it an inch by 4-inch metal plate that's screwed into the roof of the tender, and that's your antenna.
Oh.
But some engines do use, well, a lot of the earlier TMCC engines did use the handrails as the antenna, but a lot of the legacy engines use a plate in the tender as the antenna for receiving. It just depends on the engine. Every engine's different. Lionel's not very mainstream in that sense.
Yeah, Dave. Like the NNW engines, like I got the Great Northern Y6B, which is not prototypical, but I mean it's as far as a Lionel model, it is up there as one of the best ones. It really is detail wise. The Class A is, I mean, Mike can vouch for this. It is up there as one of the best models Lionel's done.
Now, what I was
sound, smoke, and how it looks.
Zach Country Bunker, he's got a Class A, and it's a nice engine.
Yeah, like it's got it's the gloss engines make it tricky to see all the detail. I mean, I can't even really. It's hard because
they're really nice. They're really nice engines. I think they are.
Yeah, like they have some super fine details. Like I'll see if I can get in close.
Yes, you're right, Jonathan. It does bother my autism.
Especially the back part here. I don't know. For the love of God, I don't know what this. Oh, hold on, camera. Whoa. All right, the mirror thing's annoying. This doodad thing is up there. But back here, that's all nice.
Yeah, no. The only Class A that I've had any experience, the Vision Line one. Zach's got. I can't remember, but it's the non-glossy version.
Okay, yeah.
But I mean,
but
and I was like, damn, that's a pretty nice engine, and can't complain. Like it runs good, sounds good. It doesn't have absurd wee-waws.
Yeah,
it's a good engine.
I think the only thing that I didn't like that I added was all the valve handles weren't painted red, which on the Y6B they did. They painted all the valve handles and all the rods and everything like that, levers and everything. They're all painted red like the way they should be. On this, I had to do it myself, like the one here, down there,
so
all these.
What you're saying is the manufacturer didn't do the model good enough, so you had to do it better, which means you ruined it.
I mean, I'd probably have to do it with MTH too.
Probably.
And I would probably, the only one I probably wouldn't have to do it with is Atlas and Golden Gate Depot. But yeah,
Honestly, the way Atlas has been lately, and I'll be the first one to say it,
you gotta do it.
that shit ain't that it ain't hitting.
Uh,
Nah, it's
I mean, everyone's trying to save money somewhere.
the last couple of things from Atlas. I'll be the first one to say it. It is not what I was expecting at all.
What were they?
Well, the one issue with the Dash Nines, and again, I'll give it that for this one particular part of it, I got a limit. My handrails were bent really bad. Paint was chipped all to crap. Missing detail parts, missing parts on the side of the side frames for the trucks. The one part that is the sounds have been dismal out of it. And what we're all kind of figuring out is there's been guys I know that have changed out the speakers and gotten a little bit slightly better sound out of it. But it seems like whoever is providing the DCS boards, they're cheapening out on the amplifiers for it, and they're not producing the same sounds that you would expect from a MTH Premier item. And it's kind of been a little disappointing, especially considering how much more you're paying for it now being Atlas.
Yeah.
So
No, I think they all have a lot of work to do, and I mean, my battery's about to die, so
yeah,
I guess
I'm at,
closing comment is they all have a lot of work to do, and everybody's just trying to figure out where this stuff's going to go.
Yeah.
And people like Muffins have to do better. They have to understand that.
So you mean
At the end of the day, this is a hobby. You can't be like canceling orders on people.
you can't call everyone Nazis?
Yeah, exactly. Like there's not millions of people buying this stuff, so
But
I don't know. I can't understand that.
all right, well, I'm gonna go to bed because I'm acting like I don't have to.
Yeah, I'm sure Mike's got no work tomorrow.
No, I'm off
You
tomorrow.
well, he's going to ride a train.
I'm going to ride a train tomorrow.
All right,
He's a lucky son of a bitch. I want pictures and videos.
all
I'll
right,
take
I'll
some pictures and
I'll
videos
talk to
for
you.
sure. All right, TJ,
All right, TJ,
thanks for
thanks.
stopping by.
Very cool.
Yeah, I'll definitely be taking some videos for sure.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I want some good pictures of. Hopefully, you get to walk around while it's steaming up and everything.
Yeah, Lou, I'm going to ride nickel plate 765 tomorrow. So
Oh,
that should be pretty. It should be pretty fun. I'm excited. I'm not sure how fast it goes, but it looks like. I mean, I've been on a few steam engines, but they usually go like kind of slow. I think this one looks like it goes a little faster, so it should be interesting.
I mean, from the videos I've seen of it, it looks like it gets up to about probably, I don't know, 40, 50 miles an hour, maybe.
Yeah, which that should be moving for a steam engine. I'm interested to see how that's going to go.
Yeah,
It'll be fun.
You'll feel it. All right, what kind of is it? Like a dining car?
I got
Open-air car?
the California Zephyr car.
Fancy.
I was going
Pulling
to
up in the 80s, going in the Zephyr car.
They kind of had they did have a cigar lounge car. I was going to do that, but we didn't know how the seating was going to work. Like, you might have to stand the whole time, which I don't want to stand for 2.5 hours.
Yeah. Is the Zephyr car the one with the chairs angled looking out, or do you know like how it's configured?
It's actually the one that has the dome up top. The Vista
That's cool.
So the Vista Dome's up top, but we're not up top. I didn't really want, because it's kind of weird because they have all the seats so like you're sitting next to, like, so like Lauren and I would be sitting with a couple in front of us. You know what I'm saying? Which that's kind of like,
it ruins the experience a little bit.
Yeah, I don't want to be sitting with people I really don't know. I mean, it could be it could be a great experience, but it could also be a weird experience.
Yeah. I mean, when we did Stroudsburg, we did the dining car and ate food. When I did the Napa Valley, food, dining, drinking, but you get your own booth. So
yeah,
like that's how I like to do stuff. Like we can hang out, we're on our own little thing, but it's still a nice atmosphere.
Yeah, so we got like, luckily we got 2 seats, so we're by ourselves, which will be nice. and then you are allowed to get up and walk around. So you can go to the, like, if I want to go to the cigar car, anybody's allowed to go to the cigar car. So anybody can go there and check it out. So I probably will definitely go check it out.
Pictures.
I'll get some pictures. And then they also changed, which I don't think I can go to this car, but they got the Ringling cars, like from the Ringling Circus, and they converted those into, like, they call one the all right, Lou, thanks for stopping by. They converted one into like a lounge car and then one to like a saloon car. So they look like they're going to be pretty cool looking cars too, but they were sold out.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a great experience. Is this your first steam engine ride?
I've been on a few steam engines, but like I said, they were like smaller branch line stuff. It even looks like it's going to be like nice. Like the sites look like they're going to be real nice. I think it goes through the national park, or their park there. So
is it just you and Lauren, or are the kids going?
No, it's just Lauren and I. We're going for a little bit of a break. That'll be nice.
Have fun. Have fun, you two.
The kids, it would have been a long day because, like, it's a 2-hour drive, then you're like a 2.5-hour ride on the train, then like a 2.5-hour ride home. So it's a long day.
Yeah. All right, man. Definitely have fun with that. The live was fun tonight. It's been, 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Since the last one. So, which we knew would happen.
Yeah, once the nicer weather comes around, it gets harder, but we're definitely going to try to keep doing some, or at least once a month.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, every other week, I'm sure I can get back into that flow, but right now it's just a little rough. But it was fun tonight. The trains are all working well, knock on wood. Thank you for the Santa Fe. That thing's awesome.
I'm glad I was worried you weren't going to like it. I'm glad you liked it.
No, it's great. Again, the hardest part is just running stuff, but honestly, anything looks good behind it because you just stare at the engine the whole time. I could probably run that thing by itself around and have a good time.
It's a looker. It's definitely a looker.
Rogan's just like, why is there a cow catcher on the back? I'm like, because it's cool, dude. It's just cool.
It is. When I started looking it over, like, that's why I texted you. I'm like, dude, this thing's awesome. The detail on it is crazy. It really is detailed.
It really is more than I thought. Like, it's weird too. It's one of those engines I never saw it after, so I never. Even when I saw one like at York, I never looked at it. I just kind of glossed over it.
Yeah, a quick look. I know what you mean.
Yeah, now that I have it and I can run it and I can turn the lights on, like I didn't know the dials lit up in the back. Like that's awesome. Like even just like the number boards in the middle and stuff like that. All the valves and how everything's painted nice. Like it's a really nice engine. Like it's well done.
It is. I totally agree. It's a very nice engine.
Yeah, I'm glad I have it. Thank you very much for thinking of me on that, and anybody else that benefits from you buying these collections and helping us all out, man.
Yeah,
it
I like selling them to people where I actually get to see them get ran. It's cool. It's nice to see.
Yeah. I mean, it is. It's nice where you can kind of help each other out. It really is. Especially like nowadays, it's hard for people to find deals. Because some people snatch up things cheap and then they sell them for like well over MSRP.
No, that's what I mean. And a few of the engines that I have, I could have sold them for a lot more money, but it is what it is.
I saw the list. I know what they could go for. I get it. Like you're doing a solid. You really are, man. So kudos to you. Enjoy your trip tomorrow. I got to get to bed.
All right, Tom. Have a good night. Everybody is still here. Have a good night.
Everybody.
Thanks for hanging out.
We'll do this again probably about